Start.
Action.
Hello, my name is Bukhari King, and today I'll be informing you about autism. So, for full disclosure, I actually am autistic, so this topic is very near and dear to me because it's affected my life so much. So, here we go. Autism is a social disorder that impedes the ability to socialize and speak to others. And there are three different severities of autism. So there's level one, which is high functioning, level two, which is moderate, and level three, which is low functioning. So level one is where I'm at. Having high functioning autism means that most of the time you're pretty self-sufficient, but you still have social quirks and social miscues. Level two is a moderate, which you're dependent on a lot more things, but you can still pick up on a few stuff. And level three is where most of the time you cannot function and you need some substantial support and assistance. So there are symptoms with it that include fidgeting, tics, repetitive moments, biting, maladaptive daydreaming, which means talking to yourself. And these symptoms are the symptoms that I had growing up. So tics, I had tics when I was little. Nobody really knew it. I knew it. Repetitive movements. I just do not like staying in one place. I like to move around a lot, just walk from place to place. That's why you see me walking around on campus every day and every night. And fidgeting, I do not like sitting, just being stationary. I like moving around a lot, and that's a big symptom. And biting. I do have a story with biting. Here's a picture of my left hand. So if you can look closely, both of my index fingers have marks on them. So with the story with that, when I was 14, it was a summer, and it was right after I graduated junior high and right before I was about to enter high school. So I was in a lot of stress. I didn't know how I could deal with the pressures of being a kid in high school because I was heavily made fun of in junior high because of like my looks and how I talked to myself and how everyone said I was weird. So to pacify myself, I bit my fingers so I can just calm myself down during a mental episode, a mental breakdown. And as you can see, there's a huge mark. And if you can see closely, there's teeth marks on the side as well. So from a social aspect, people with autism have a harder time in a social setting. So socially, they know what to think. They have their own mind. They've developed their own frame of references, but it's hard for them to verbalize it. It's hard for them to express it. And another thing, it's hard for them to decode whether something's serious or not, i.e. jokes. And on a behavioral aspect, the person is very restricted. They have a limited interest on a number of things. For example, the only interests I have are wrestling and music. If you invite me to something that has neither of those things, I'll pass. How do people with autism have a hard time understanding the people? It's about empathy. So they tend to demonstrate low empathy. They don't really know how to express their emotions. It doesn't mean that they don't have emotions. They just don't know how to verbalize it. And it all ties in with social and behavioral missteps. And there were some times that my dad also called me a narcissist over some things I said. And yes, so if you ever talk to me, just know that I might be a narcissist, but I'm nice with it. So with all these problems I've had throughout my life, I still managed to be successful as a student in college. I made a lot of friends, and I found a place and I found my groove. And here are my references, and thank you very much.
Yay!
What's the time?
The time is, that was 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just felt natural.
Ah.
At first, I thought I had to like go like dig deep. I was like, what is with this? What is with that? But in reality, I can just talk about it.
Exactly. And feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I love
If you
it.
don't overthink everything, you'll be fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I love you, son.
I love you too. Now I'm about to ace this.
Alright. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.